every day, and so we are very trusted voices. So I think what Lori just said made a lot of sense. When we go to a company and talk about policy changes, when we talk about programs in the wild, it's almost bringing the good housekeeping seal of approval. So we do play a major role. Besides the dollars that we bring and the expertise that we bring, when we put our voices behind a wildlife issue, it's generally very well accepted within the communities, the leaders of the communities. We do some of that, but we can certainly do more of that to support the companies you're working with, in-range companies and programs of that nature. So.
I think one of the things that has been pretty clear this week is this wonderful opportunity we have to basically create, pull the wider conservation community together. So many of the conservationists that I've been meeting at WCN have been inspired by their first trip when they went to a zoo, and that's actually launched them into a successful career as a conservationist. But I just wanted to ask Steve quickly, you have a unique vision for the role that zoos should play in conservation. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm very excited that zoos and aquariums can play for conservation. Right now, we are doing quite a bit. Charlie mentioned earlier about $130 million last year. It was raised by accredited institutions for wildlife conservation. This year, it's going to go up to about $145 million. We're working in 130 different countries, 2,700 different projects. So we're doing a lot already. And the other two things that we've always done is we've educated people, which is important. And then we've also tried to inspire people. We build these exhibits with the idea that, can we inspire somebody? A kid comes in and sees that exhibit and they leave and they take action on their own. But, given what's happening in the world today, we just don't think that's enough anymore. Yeah. We think that we're going to have to do more, because if we want to continue to have, animals in the wild and animals in our zoos and aquariums, we're going to have to step up our actions. And so think about it. This is probably not a good representation of a cross-section of America. You're very interested in animals and conservation and wildlife, and so you're here today, and that's great. But think about that. What we've tried to do in the past is have a kid come to the zoo, and when they leave, they somehow go and take it upon themselves to
Can't hear you.
save pandas or save some other species. It's probably not going to happen. So the beautiful part about zoos is we are already a mechanism to make this happen. If you come to the zoo, and we are now in the process, we've done this at Zoo Boise. I know that's happening at zoos and aquariums across the country. We can put in opportunities for people to have these amazing